They say life is a journey, but what if the road is on fire? What if each step you take burns your soul, and there's no one around to save you? This story isn't just about surviving the flames. It's about rising through them. Because sometimes, you don't find your strength until the world tries to break you. He never thought life could hit this hard. One moment, he was just a man with dreams. Nothing fancy, just hopes of becoming someone his younger self could be proud of. But life doesn't always come with warnings. Everything he held on to slowly began to vanish. The job, the friends, the belief in himself. It was like the ground beneath him gave way, and he was free falling into nothingness. Nights were the worst. Quiet, cold, long. Thoughts raced like wildfires, burning any trace of hope. He'd stare at the ceiling, numb and empty, asking questions with no answers. Why me? How did I get here? He couldn't recognize the man in the mirror. Weak, broken, alone. And yet, deep inside that darkness, something small remained. A whisper, barely audible, telling him this wasn't the end. It was pain, yes. It was failure, yes. But it wasn't final. The fire wasn't to destroy him. Maybe, just maybe, it was there to shape him. The hardest battle wasn't with the world, it was with himself. Every morning, he had to fight the urge to stay in bed, to escape, to disappear. Depression wasn't just a mood, it was a weight strapped to his chest. But somewhere between the sleepless nights and silent mornings, he made a decision. He was not going to die like this. He began to move. Not with power, but with pain. He walked when he wanted to collapse. He breathed when it hurt to exist. Each step was a rebellion against the voice in his head telling him to quit. He wasn't searching for success anymore. He was searching for himself. There were days when he slipped, when the past came clawing back. But each time, he stood again. He was tired of being the victim of life. He was done waiting for rescue. No more pity. No more waiting. He was going to fight back, not because he was strong, but because he had no other choice. Pain became his teacher. Discipline, his new best friend. He realized that greatness isn't born in comfort. It's carved in chaos. The very hell he wanted to escape had now become the furnace shaping him into steel. And slowly, without even noticing it, he was changing. He wasn't just surviving anymore. He was growing. Every push-up, every journal entry, every silent prayer, they built something inside him that no one could see. But he felt it. He wasn't afraid of failure anymore. He wasn't afraid of fear. He'd looked rock bottom in the eye and lived to tell the tale. People began to notice the shift, but they didn't know the price he paid. They didn't see the nights he cried or the mornings he screamed into a pillow just to get through the day. No, all they saw was a man rising. But he knew better. He wasn't rising despite the pain. He was rising because of it. Now, he stands not as a victim of life, but as its student, scarred but unshaken. The fire that once tried to consume him now burns inside him, lighting every step he takes. He no longer fears the storms. He is the storm. He knows there will be setbacks. He knows darkness will visit again. But he's not the same man anymore. He's built from pain, fueled by purpose, and armed with the unshakable truth. Hell is not permanent. But strength? That lasts forever. So if you're down there right now, in the middle of your own hell, remember this. You're not meant to stay there. You're meant to rise, to rebuild, to roar back louder than ever before. If you found strength in this story, like this video and join our channel for more powerful stories that will ignite your spirit.